Good morning, children. This is Seema Prabhakaran. We'll continue with our civics lesson, Role of the Constitution and Need for Laws. Today we'll start with the salient features of the Indian Constitution. First under this is federalism. Federalism refers to the government of a country at more than one level. In India, we have government at central as well as state level. Powers of these governments are divided. There are three lists of subjects: the union list, state list, and concurrent list. So the topics are chosen for the development of the country from among these lists. In case of a conflict between a union law and a law passed by the state legislature, the union law shall prevail over any state law. Next heading is parliamentary form of government. The cabinet or the council of ministers are legally responsible to the legislature for its policies and acts. In India, the prime minister and other ministers are responsible to the Lok Sabha for their acts. The president has to act on the advice of the council of ministers. At the state level, the chief minister and his council of ministers are responsible to the Vidhan Sabha or the legislative assembly for all their acts. Next under this is fundamental rights and duties. Part 3 of the Indian Constitution contains rights known as fundamental rights. These rights are justiciable because there is a provision for the enforcement if they are violated. The 42nd Amendment Act 1976 added a new part to the Constitution. It contains some fundamental duties. Next heading is Directive Principles of State Policy. The purpose of including was to ensure social, legal, and economic justice to every member of the community. They lay down the positive obligations of the state to give to every citizen what he requires, that is, a living wage, humane conditions of work, education for children, a clean environment, and justice on equal basis. Next heading is Independence of Judiciary. An independent and impartial judiciary is very essential in a federation. There is always a possibility of jurisdictional conflict between the center and the state or between the states themselves. To solve these conflicts, an independent and impartial judiciary is required. The Supreme Court of India acts as the guardian of the Constitution. To ensure the independence of judiciary, various provisions have been inserted. Next heading is secularism. A secular state is one which does not officially promote any particular religion. It allows equal freedom of faith and worship to all. Next heading is the most comprehensive constitution. It is the lengthiest constitution in the world with 448 articles and 12 schedules. That's all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.